Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, my name is Mr. Maxwell and welcome back to another side quest about video games with myself and Exile Magpie.
Hello!
And we are here after the Game Awards.
Yes.
There's a little bit of news to talk about before we talk about the Game Awards, but we'll get there. So, first things first.
As usual with the gaming industry, the news is not good.
First things first. New round of layoffs at Hasbro impacts the Wizards of the Coast. Basically, WotC has released.
Yes.
Around about? Was it like 1,000?
I think it's around about. I think you mentioned about 1,000 people.
Oh, there we go. 1,100 workers across its global operations.
Yeah.
Employees at Renton wash-based gaming giant Wizards of the Coast were affected by a new round of layoffs at its parent company, Hasbro. Hasbro announced additional headcount reductions in its internal memo by CEO Chris Cox on Monday,
he is one.
Yeah, which are projected to impact 1,100 workers across its global operations. This is a bit of a strange one, especially when it comes to WotC, because I didn't think WotC was that big in terms of things.
Staff-wise, it is actually bigger than you think.
Yeah.
Because they have... Not only do they have, the Dungeons and Dragons
I know they've got
development
Magic.
team, there's Magic, but there's also... You've also got to remember, for the books, they have artists, they have... rule makers, then there's D&D Beyond, which used to be not part of Wizards of the Coast, but then Wizards of the Coast bought it, which has eventually led to the whole situation we had at the beginning of this year, because Hasbro is a fucking terrible company. Hasbro does not deserve to exist. I'm sorry, you take the one part of your company making money and you decide, oh, well, we need to balance our profits, so we're going to sack a bunch of people. This is just the epitome of how fucking stupid the current...
Multiple departments have since confirmed to be affected by the layoffs, including art director and game designer for Dungeons and Dragons. So they're even cutting off, the bigger people.
Yeah, I don't know whether some of the bigger people... The thing is that a lot of the people that have come out and said they've been the ones that let go, they've been the ones that have been really passionate about Dungeons and Dragons and trying to do the right thing, sort of thing, for the communities and all that. And it is literally Hasbro just does not understand what makes Dungeons and Dragons the popular thing it is. They think it's Dungeons and Dragons. We can just shove anything in front of it and it's Dungeons and Dragons, so it'll do much. It's no. You don't understand the fundamental concept of the community that Dungeons and Dragons is in. This is what caused the shitstorm of this beginning of this year. You absolute fucking idiots. It sucks for the people that have lost their jobs, because I guarantee you none of those people that have lost their jobs had any major involvement in the absolute shitstorm of the beginning of the year.
Yeah. So the article goes on. So the layoffs are part of an overall restructuring, at the company under Cox, who moved to Hasbro from Wizards in February 2022, as per its October earnings report. Hasbro's overall revenue has been on decline despite Wizards of the Coast's continued growth. So Hasbro as a company is losing money.
Hasbro is losing money, but the Dungeons and Dragons part, Wizards of the Coast, is actually making more money. It's growing. And this is the year that the Dungeons and Dragons movie came out and sold and did gangbusters. And more and more people, and then Baldur's Gate 3 comes out and does gangbusters, and everyone who plays Baldur's Gate 3 that hasn't played Dungeons and Dragons gets interested in Dungeons and Dragons, because it's well, can I do this in the tabletop? That I can do this in the game? And most people who play the tabletop go, yes, yes, you can.
Yeah, basically Baldur's Gate 3 and Monopoly Go are the major successes for Wizards of the Coast, which gave them $63 million of revenue. But that's just in quarter 3. That's not in any sort
we've mentioned this before. Hasbro, you have a toy manufacturing side. Do you know what Dungeons and Dragons players want? They want more rules or more variables so that they can add to their games, like new races and new classes and variants and classes and the ability to customize their games to suit themselves. But they also want dice, figures.
Yeah, models.
Tables. Hasbro could it's literally a license to print money. An actual license to print money. All they have to do is start giving out, not giving out, but start making like actual like tabletop models for Dungeons and Dragons. All you need to do, start making them, and like there were literal websites that let people create their own characters for Dungeons and Dragons, and then have them made and printed and sent to them. It's expensive, but people are willing to pay it.
So Hasbro plans to sell its this a little bit more. Hasbro plans to sell its interest in Canadian entertainment company Entertainment One, which produced its recent licensed films such as Snake Eyes and Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. In 2024, its earning reports say the plan is refocusing the company on what has traditionally made them great, which is the business of play. So in other words, they, at least of what I'm understanding, they kind of want to go back to mainly
making toys,
making either toys or board games.
Or
D&D.
That's perfectly fine. The problem is that you've invested so much fucking money in other shit that when this is the epitome of fucking told you so. Yeah. The whole shitstorm with 1D&D. The whole fact that like they've been trying to digitalize and we want to join the modern world, and it's like, dude, you're a fucking toy manufacturer. That's what you're good at. Do that. But we can't get the infinite amount of money with little impact, with little actual effort, if we don't do all this digital shit. That's not the point. Honest to God, if I had Bruce Wayne money, I would buy Hasbro and just fire the entirety of the board. I'd fire the entirety of the board. I would get some blooming toy makers in Hasbro and sit them down and go, look, what toys do well? What toys do we have that sells well? Right, make more of those. Also, I want a division of you to go talk to the WotC guys and start making some goddamn actual fucking tabletop terrain and dice and models. I want you guys. Why have we not done this yet? Why is this not possible?
Official D&D dice and terrain and models.
Official Dungeons and Dragons models, terrains and dice. It is. Yeah, I mean, you've seen in some of the stores we go into the price of like the third-party models are.
Yeah.
Like they're not cheap.
No.
And people willingly, and they're at that price because people will willingly pay that price.
All right.
So I just want to find out what goes on in that boardroom.
I'm assuming nothing. I'm assuming they just like, I don't know, they get a board game.
You can't even say this is greed or anything. It's just laziness because it's like you do know that it is literally just a license to print money, right? You will make your money back. Oh, but it takes effort and actual investment, and we don't want to do that.
I think that's been the problem for a lot of companies. I think
They don't want to actually put the
no
investment
one wants to put like investment into the companies now. They just want the
They
profit.
take the money out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to take the money out. And then eventually those companies go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Because they don't get invested. They don't get the investment to keep them on track. Hasbro. F you. Just go away. Just really.
Also, they look like they're going to be downsizing as well because they look to be selling some of their
Yeah.
offices off. So, I mean, if you work in those offices,
Yeah, it sucks to be you.
kind of sucks.
It does.
Anywho, we shall move on.
Corporations, aren't they just fucking great?
Alright, so I think that's really about the only bad news that we've got so far this week.
Free Radical Design was closed down. But
Yes,
we did mention
we
that was
said that
the
was
writing
probably
was on the
gonna
wall, which is a shame.
So, E3 has been cancelled. For good.
Yes.
No more.
Shock.
Gaming's most famous event killed off for good, which, I mean, the writing's been on
My
the wall
face
for
is up,
E3 since before COVID.
Yeah, since before COVID, the writing's
Since
been on
Nintendo started doing the directs and everybody else started going that way,
Yeah.
that was really about
it. And my face is of the surprise Pikachu face. Yes, clearly. No one should be surprised about this. I mean, in a sense, I am kind of disappointed because it's like the big thing for games. Or it used to be the thing for games, and like it was on a lot of people's bucket lists. It's like I want to go to E3 at least once to say I've been to one. But when we mentioned when it got cancelled, like it had to literally change from what it was.
Yeah.
To survive, and clearly either the people in behind it don't have the finances.
I don't think it's that. I think the thing for E3 has been ever since the Game Awards. The Game Awards came around with Jeff Keighley, and then obviously Jeff did. No, what I'm trying to say is like, so E3 used to be really the only place you could see like the new stuff.
Yeah, it was. Right? E3 was the place to announce new consoles. It was the place to announce new games.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Metal Gear Solid 2.
It was. That was the only place that you could go. Like you could go to Gamescom and that, but you'd either already know about the stuff.
Yeah, E3 was the place to announce things.
Yeah. So, and then the Game Awards came around.
Yeah.
And kind of just took that from it. And once that was gone from E3, you really didn't have anything.
Yeah, it needed to change.
And
it didn't.
Yeah, it needed to change. And like I said, once Nintendo started doing their own thing, it was a snowball after that. Yeah. It was slowly going down because it was only a matter of time before Sony and Microsoft and Ubisoft and all the other companies started doing their own thing. I'm generally surprised Activision never did it. I mean, granted, all they would show is Call of Duty and maybe an updated skin, and then charge you. But they'd probably charge you to watch it. But and then once you lose all that sort of stuff, it's gone. Because like Gamescom still exists. So if you want to try out, if you want to do that whole thing that E3 did as well, which was like the big conference, like con thing going on where you could try out new games, Gamescom exists.
I know, but Gamescom.
And there's also PAX. And there's lots of other.
But the thing with PAX is not just gaming; it's multiple other things.
Yeah, but you can do that at PAX. That's what I'm saying. There's PAX.
I know, but the thing is that I mean, it was probably too late now, but if they'd seen the writing on the wall a lot sooner, they could have changed sooner. Like the first time it was cancelled, a few years before COVID. When they started deciding to like open up to the public, they should have started changing then. Instead of being like the place for announcements, they should have started to change to be the marketplace for the place to go if you're to celebrate games and that. Which is something we did mention when it was cancelled this year. But like I said, either they didn't have the resources or the inkling or the
No, I just don't think they wanted to do it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to think of the way. I don't think
they
had I don't think they had the desire to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's.
I think the other problem that E3 would have had is the fact that, like I said, the Gamescom, PAX, Tokyo Game Show, and that's stuff like that. The thing is, they also obviously do the bit where you can try out new games and all that sort of stuff, but they do it infinitely better than E3 has ever done it.
Yeah.
And right, so E3's lost the fact that like it's the place to unveil
I know,
stuff.
but again, like
it doesn't do the other stuff that the other like conventions do as well as them.
Yeah.
So what else does E3 really have?
Well, that's why I'm saying they should have started transitioning sooner.
The problem would be is like, what do you transition to?
Yeah, no, but the thing is, if they'd started transitioning when they first started opening up to customers, which was like 10 years ago, right? Then by now they'd be in a position to go up. Well, I don't want to say go up against, but be in comparison to PAX, Gamescom, and all that sort of stuff to be as good, and potentially if not better, with all their experiences of handling this sort of event.
Yeah, that's true.
But they didn't. And it is the whole. E3 is the epitome of adapt or die. They did not adapt to the changes in the market. They didn't, and when they did, it was probably too little, too late. And now, E3 is not.
We've got the Summer Games Fest. That's about it. You know what? I don't like the Summer Games Fest. It's just all over the fucking place.
It is. It's not. It doesn't feel. Even though it probably is. Even though it probably is actually well organised, it doesn't feel organised because it just. You just get little of things spaced throughout like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But then again, because it's all digital, it's all mostly online. I can understand because it's like, well, we need to do it to when people aren't at work. So,
Oh yeah, I understand that, but like for me, I'm just like, I don't know. I much prefer like, oh yeah, we've got this, and then after that is this, and then after that is this.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it just feels like, oh well, we've got this, and then we've got nothing for the rest of the day. But tomorrow we've got like 4 things, and then the day after that we've got 2 things, and then the day after that we've got 1 thing. Just sort of like, I can't be bothered following that, man.
Yeah, I totally get where you're coming from.
The Games Fest should be a week at most. To be fair, like sometimes
I think the thing is also is that because Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo tend to also time one of their events as well around the same time.
Well, Microsoft definitely do.
Oh well, yeah, Microsoft definitely do, but because they time theirs as around the same time as well, it gets put in as it's part of the Summer Games, but they're not.
Yeah.
So it bloats it out more than it actually is.
Yeah.
Or at least it gives that impression. I'm sad for it to go E3 because again it's a bucket list thing.
It's a sucky thing. I will admit that, but I'm not surprised.
No. It's disappointing but not surprising. Maybe something will come afterwards. Because that's a massive venue that's now not in use at a certain point of the time every year.
Yeah.
So maybe something will come around.
Maybe
Gamescom will go, do you know what? We're going to have a massive LA event.
And it's possible.
It's possible.
Just like spit on the grave.
Yeah, pretty much. Just fucking the meme where it's like the piece.
Yeah.
On the grave. Gamescom. We'll have our checks in the post Gamescom if you do decide to do that.
Yes, royalties.
We'll have royalties for that idea. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's sad for it to go. It's an end of an era in a sense. I remember waiting for the E3 magazine of like PlayStation or whatever other gaming magazine we were getting at the time. I would always look forward to the E3 issue because it was massive and it was like, this is what's coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was back when like for the most of the year, it'd be like the mag would be like
the mag was like
not super thin, but it was
25 pages to a 50, and then the E3 one would be 100 pages. Or
yeah, it'd be ridiculous.
It'd be like, oh my god. But yeah, E3 didn't move with the times, and therefore it fell by the wayside. Unfortunately, it did not adapt, and therefore it died.
And okay, so we've spoken about WotC, we've spoken about E3.
Yeah.
Let us move on to the main event.
Yes.
Let us talk about Game Awards.
Yes.
Now, first things first, we are gonna criticize the Game Awards.
Yes.
Because this one was really, really, really harsh on the developers.
Yes.
You didn't let anybody talk for longer than 5 minutes. Which I understood from last year. Well, no, it wasn't even 5 minutes. It was like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, it was not even 5
minutes.
It
wasn't very long. I mean, the guy that like had done Alan Wake, like the narrative, and all that, he came on and he was, and you played him off. He'd literally just got onto the stage. And you started playing him off.
He found like 3 people.
Yeah, and it's just like he's making a very important point about like narratives and story. You know, the whole thing that Hollywood are not doing. He's making a very good point, and you're playing him off like he's been on way too long.
So there was that issue, which a lot of people found, even the developers who were there and in the industry found very disrespectful. And on top of that, we had stuff that went on for way too long.
The whole thing with Kojima was a joke. An absolute fun.
As a Kojima fanboy, I can honestly say that bit went too long.
They were on stage for I want to say 10-15 minutes.
Oh yeah, at least 10-15 minutes.
Right? And they talked about nothing.
Yeah.
They just nothing. They just went, oh well, the new game we're making, it's like nothing anybody's ever seen. And then they brought on Jordan Peele, which at first I was like, I have no idea who Jordan Peele is. Who is this person? Why is he on stage? And he started talking, and he talked about nothing.
Okay, I loved Kojima, but
there was no need. There was literally no need for Kojima to even be there this year.
Yeah.
He didn't get an award. They didn't show anything of the new game.
No, it's a reveal trailer.
And it wasn't. It was the exact same reveal trailer that Microsoft showed off.
Yeah.
A while ago, when they announced that they were working on a game with Kojima. It was the exact same one. And it's just like, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden they just start talking about cloud gaming, and I'm just like, you know what? This has gone on for far too long. You've explained absolutely nothing. You have told us nothing about the game, and all you've literally done is just give each other a wank.
All you've said is it's going to be a horror game. We already know this was in the works. It's not news, and all that time could have been used to have the people that won the awards actually be able to actually accept those awards, because a lot of awards, I mean, I complain about them usually, the fact that they rush through a bunch of rewards, and some of the rewards that were on the pre-show shouldn't be on the pre-show. They should be on the main show. But they rushed through so many awards, and it's like,
Games for Impact. That was on the Games for Impact, which I would say is probably one of the most important awards that they give out.
Yeah, because
Games for Impact and the inclusive one. Yeah, those two I would say are probably two of the more important ones.
I would honestly argue that those two should be the two awards that go just before the Game of the Year, to show how important those two awards are.
Yeah.
And they were on the pre-show.
And they were just rattled off like it was nothing.
They were just rattled off. It absolutely infuriated me. The amount of time spent literally praising the AAA game industry, in a sense, in a year that, despite record profits, they had mass layoffs.
Yeah, they've had, I think.
And the Game Awards mentioned none of that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to that. Yeah, it's a massive shame because the Game Awards, and Jeff specifically has on other Game Awards has always come out when shit like this has happened.
I know. Now, granted, when the whole thing with Blizzard kicked off, he did mention he did not name Activision Blizzard.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, he did it tactically where, like, okay, he didn't mention Blizzard, he didn't say the name, but you knew exactly who he was talking about.
Yeah, but also the whole thing with Kojima and Konami, he
called out
Konami. So, like, this was just so. I mean, I understand, like, there is politics behind the whole thing of, like, getting this show running. I understand that in order for the show to actually go ahead, Jeff has to do some deals, blah 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 blah. But this was just an absolute joke, as you've said. It was, and we joke about the fact that it's not the Game Awards, it's the game advertisements. We joke about it, but this year was bad. It's the worst it's ever been. It was just obnoxiously obvious that the awards was not really important.
Yeah, because they didn't even give anybody to. I mean, we'll go through the winners, but like, if you don't know who the winners are, where are you? Baldur's Gate won the best award, and they didn't even let them have like 5 minutes.
It was the last award.
It was the last award. You didn't even give them 5 minutes. Did you only play for the arena for like 4 hours or something? Like, that's what it felt like. You know when it's like, right, we got to go because we're on a schedule, guys. That's what it generally felt like with all the things. It was just like, no, we can't do this.
Except when it was promoting a game.
Yeah.
Or promoting something for Microsoft or Activision or Sony or insert AAA game company here. If it was promoting something, they took their sweet fucking time. Matthew McConaughey comes on. Yeah. Promote a game.
I saw that and I was just like, oh god. Here's my weird thing with this sort of thing with Hollywood actors now coming into gaming and being in games. I'm just like, Idris Elba was cool.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you can tell in Cyberpunk with Keanu and Idris, they didn't just like come and pick a paycheck. They actually, came in and did.
Oh yeah, no. What I'm saying is like, okay, so it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool to see some of these big name actors into a game, right? But I don't want you. Because the thing with Hollywood and movies is you get a big actor because they're the draw.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it works. It's like, you like Keanu Reeves? Well, we've got Keanu Reeves in our movie. Come see our movie.
Yeah.
Even though it might not be to your taste, but you like Keanu Reeves.
So you go, okay, I'm going to go see it.
You don't need to do that with games. Because no one gives a shit who's in it. Like, somebody who likes Idris Elba but doesn't play video games isn't going to start playing video games because Idris Elba is in the game.
No. Also, I'm literally going to say this warning out now. I'm going to call out any shit if they start pulling fucking Shrek.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like the entire cast
we're going
is
to
a
get
bunch
that
of
far,
A-listers. Yeah, no, but the thing is like the animated industry has actually suffered because while Shrek did it as a one-off, we all know Shrek did it as a one-off. DreamWorks originally did that as a one-off, and it was so successful they went, okay, we're going to do a sequel.
Yeah.
But then everyone else started jumping in the bandwagon and said, oh, we don't need any voice actors, we just need Hollywood celebrities.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, no, fuck off. How the fuck are voice actors supposed to actually earn a living now?
Anime. Anime and video games.
Yeah,
that's literally.
Except
it.
now.
Except now, by the looks of things, we're going to be starting to get fucking Hollywood actors in our games.
It's not.
I know we've gone on a tangent here.
Yeah, we have gone on a tangent. But back onto the video game awards. and are very annoying.
It was a very disappointing
yeah.
Game Awards this year. Not because of like the reveals. I think the reveals were cool, and the games getting the awards were good. I just think
they spent way too much time.
The way they treat the developers and the people
the
who
award
got the award winners, the way they treat them was a bit to be desired.
Although the best joke of the year came from you know who.
Thingy Judge.
Yeah.
Is he Judge? Yeah, Judge. Christopher Judge?
Christopher Judge, yeah.
Yeah, who made fun of Call of Duty, saying that his
speech last year lasted longer than the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 campaign.
Which
I'm going to say this.
Burn.
Also, it's not exactly wrong. If you remove all the cutscenes out and actually just concentrate on the gameplay, that's...
apparently Activision are not happy that he made that joke.
Oh, diddums.
Which means Microsoft won't be happy either. But,
poor Bobby Kotick. Oh.
Speaking of which, just a quick little thing. It's not going to go anywhere. But apparently the FTC in America are restarting the block again. So, God knows.
I mean, you've got to give them kudos for determination. It's not going to get them anywhere, but...
The thing is, if you think about it, this would be incredibly funny. Because Microsoft's obviously it's gone through.
Yeah.
And so Microsoft have been billing Call of Duty.
It'll be hilarious.
It would generally be the funniest thing at the last minute. It gets blocked.
Yeah,
at the very last second.
The US government goes, yeah, by the way, you've got to break up now.
Yeah, this is actually a monopoly.
So you're going to have to chop yourselves into
you're going to have to cut
two or three separate entities now. Good job. Congratulations.
Have fun with that. I generally think that would be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And it's not because
my response would literally just be ha 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 ha.
It's not because I'm a Sony fanboy or anything. It's because I don't like Microsoft.
Oh yeah, that's
if you like Xbox, all power to you. Go for it, my friend.
Xbox fans deserve great games.
I know. I'm not on about that. I'm just like Microsoft are not the goody two shoes people keep trying to say they are. No, they're not the goody two shoes that Microsoft keep putting out that they are. The whole for the gamers.
Oh, we're for the gamers until we're the only company left, and then.
Oh no, it's not even that.
And then, you spent $70 on this game. Well, you need to pay another $10 in order to actually play it.
It's not even
that.
And
then this EA dickhead had an idea where you had to pay money to reload your gun. We're going to implement that, and if you don't like it, tough shit, because we're the only game around.
It's not even that, right? It's just the fact that they are the most. They're so hypocritical that it physically annoys me to the point of just fuck it. You are the ones that did the whole you have to pay to be online.
They introduced it.
That was you.
That was Microsoft. Microsoft introduced that.
You did that. You're
timed exclusive.
You're the fuckers that
timed exclusives. Microsoft started that because I remember the Xbox 360 having a whole bunch of timed exclusives. I'm calling Sony out for their timed exclusive bullshit that they pull right now, but Microsoft are not innocent. It's just the fact that
they haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, it's just the fact that Microsoft don't want to spend the money.
Well, it's not even that.
Microsoft have openly said if they wanted to, they could outbid Sony on everything. They just don't want to because they don't care. The people at the very top of Microsoft don't give a shit. It's the only way you can get away as Phil Spencer by claiming everything on Xbox is shit and not be fired.
Yeah, that's going to go down in my memory as the greatest thing anybody has ever said about Xbox on an official thing.
Yeah,
yeah, we can't compete with Nintendo and PlayStation because we're shit.
That's the justification for the Activision Blizzard. By the way, I'm sure Microsoft are very happy at Modern Warfare 3's current overwhelmingly negative reviews.
Yeah, but we've already
In both
that.
its,
They don't get.
I know, but like in both, it's the fact that they've invested $69 billion in a company that now has not been able to release a decent game for 2 years. Yeah, I'm sure they're thrilled now that they see the absolute shit show that is Activision Blizzard. I still think it's a monopoly and shouldn't have gone through, but you know.
Oh
well.
Sucks to be them.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the Game Awards. Right, so we've had our little rant about the Game Awards and how they trap people.
Yeah.
We've had a little run of Xbox. At Microsoft. It's not Xbox. It's not Xbox's fault. It's Microsoft.
Yeah, we can't blame Xbox for being created and owned by Microsoft. I mean, you know, they've not had a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I'm pretty sure we're not far away from the court date for Sony's.
Oh yeah, Sony the overpricing
the anti-consumer thing that
lawsuit.
they've been doing. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe again.
The thing is with that could be like if Sony get
that'll
hit
have
hard,
a domino effect because there's no way in hell Microsoft aren't pulling. Maybe not the exact same shit, but there's no way in hell they're not pulling similar shit.
Yeah.
And the same with Epic, and the same with Steam.
And my main annoyance is like, because for me personally, I want to know what Sony have done different
to Microsoft
and Nintendo, and
especially
the other
the
companies that
yeah.
are selling online. So, and I can't
because the prices are the same.
Pretty much,
the prices are pretty much the same. There's not. I
think it's mainly to do with
the cut.
Either the cut or the PlayStation's own games.
Possibly.
I think, but I can't really find an article anywhere that really goes into.
Yeah, I know, but again, like Spider-Man 2 has come out the same price as all the others. Might be they get they get a less cut, but again, it's literally like, oh, Sony got a 30% cut of sales of Spider-Man 2. Don't they get 100% of the cut since they own Insomniac? It's just like so much of that goes to Insomniac's part, which still ends up as part of Sony. Like,
yeah, oh well,
I don't know.
Anyway, let us move. We're going to go for the awards.
Yes, we'll go for the awards, and we will give the awards the limelight they deserve.
Okay, right. So. I'm starting at the bottom and I'm going to go.
Yeah, because as usual
we are skipping the esports awards because I do not believe that the esports should be in this.
No.
Especially considering the fact that like 3 years in a row now they've literally just gone, oh yeah, this person won the award and then flung it to the back.
Yeah.
Like it literally 30 seconds. 30 seconds is all they get. Like if that's what you're going to do with your awards, some of these awards just don't have them.
Yeah.
Like the pre-show doesn't need to exist. You don't need to have a pre-show if this is what you're gonna do.
Yeah, you don't need
a pre-show. Just fucking get rid of them. Anyway, right. So player's voice. This was the fans. This is one you could vote on.
Yeah.
So the winner of that was Baldur's Gate 3, which is not really a surprise there.
Not really. No, not surprising.
No, nobody was winning that. I think. Cyberpunk may have done it, possibly Zelda, but in all honesty, nah.
Considering the social media dominance of everyone just losing their minds over Baldur's Gate 3, and what you can do in that game and how good it is, yeah, there was no other way.
Best adaptation. Now this was just a slam dunk. This was easy. The Last of Us
The Last of Us.
That was obviously going to be the best one because like the show is really good.
The show is really good. It is a really faithful adaptation. There's one or two things they've added which didn't need to be added, but apart from one or two minor gripes, it was very, very well done. And has the ending the way it should be, which is basically it gives the argument of, did Joel do the right thing?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it is. And like I say, if for me it does exactly the same as the game. I understand what Joel is doing is wrong. It is terrible, but I also understand why he's doing it.
See, I'm of the opposite side.
Yeah,
I think Joel's doing the right thing.
Yeah. The thing is, though, is that I can understand his reasoning, and I can't instantly say to that reasoning, like, yeah, he's
Oh no, it's not even that. For me, I'm like, nah. The world, the state of the world is it's because like humanity had its chance, and you fucked it up. Like, it's like you don't get a second chance at this because all you'll do is the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck it. No, I'm not killing a fucking 11-year-old girl just so some dickhead can put his name on a fucking...
Can potentially...
One, potentially save the human race. And number two, mainly so he can have his name on a Time magazine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fuck off. No. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, back to this. The award for most anticipated game went to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, funny enough, they had this award straight after a big thing for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yes.
So I was like, I wonder who's going to win this.
Yes, I wonder who's going to win that one.
I mean, to be fair, none of the other ones really stood a chance. The other ones were Hades 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Star Wars Outlaws, and Tekken 8. As much as like three of those other games I'm actually looking forward to, the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was clearly good. Was just
yeah, that was clearly going to win. However, I look at all those other games and go, "Oh my god, they're coming."
Well, Tekken 8 and like a Dragon Infinite Wealth are out on the same day.
Oh my god!
In February.
February, by the way, February is coming to kill our wallets. I'm just going to leave that warning out now.
We then had a load of esport ones. Like I said, they literally just flung them to the side. It didn't take very long.
Our argument is we don't believe they should be there because it is almost like having the sports personality
during the Oscars.
During the BAFTAs.
Yeah, during the BAFTAs. Like, there's no.
I don't know what America has for their sports awards, but if you have one, it's like that having that at the Oscars. It's even though it's like similar-ish in the fact that it's entertainment, which is what sports are for. It still should be its own separate thing.
The thing is, there is already an esports award show.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're just awarding them, like, it generally just feels like these are just fillers.
Yeah.
And you treat them like they're fillers.
They do, actually.
Like,
it's really annoying.
So just don't have them. Moving on, we had the Content Creator of the Year, and Iron Mouse won that.
Yes. Iron Mouse won.
And all honesty, I said Iron Mouse was going to win mainly because I had never heard of the other four.
I have heard some of the others, but
I have not. I've never heard of Cypher PK. I've never heard of Spreen. I've never heard of Quackity, and I've never heard of
Quackity, and I've heard of.
I've never heard of People Make Games. I've never heard of any of them.
I've heard of those too.
So put it this way, right? When it comes to Content Creator of the Year, if the only one I have ever heard of is one of them, that's the one that's probably going to win because I don't really pay attention to content creators. I've got the ones that I like.
The thing
is
that some people really were upset that Iron Mouse won it, and I'm like,
don't
you
give a
fucking
shit.
just grow up.
Yeah, grow the fuck up.
Grow the fuck up. Like, what the hell, dude? You don't go pity at the fucking Oscars if Johnny Depp doesn't win the best actor.
Yes, yeah. But after that, we've got best multiplayer game. This is the only one that I actually disagree with for most of it. Best multiplayer game went to Baldur's Gate 3. And as much as I do understand that, yes, it does have multiplayer in it, if you put that against Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I'm not even going to say Diablo 4 because that game just sucks.
Diablo 4 should never have even been anywhere near the game.
In my opinion, for multiplayer wise, it struggles against Party Animals and Street Fighter 6.
Yeah. Party Animals. I think Party Animals should have won it because Party Animals was that popular that the developers underestimated how popular it was going to be.
I love that game. That game's just so silly.
It is amazingly silly and fun.
Best sim strategy game went to Pikmin 4. Now, to be fair, any of the games could have won this. Maybe not Advanced Wars. Probably not Advanced Wars.
Maybe not,
but City Skylines 2...
Actually, no, it wasn't there... Hold on. City Skylines 2...
Oh, Fire Emblem Engage probably wasn't going to win it. But Company of Heroes 3 and City Skylines 2 probably could have took it as well. Pikmin winning it. I wanted Pikmin to win this basically because I had a dog.
Yes.
That was it.
I think the only other game that probably deserved it was City Skylines 2 because of how much is in that game. But I'm not upset that Pikmin 4 won it. It is a very good.
It's a good game.
It's a very good strategy game, and is definitely as probably, arguably, maybe the best Pikmin game they've done. Question mark, but
best sports and racing game. Forza Motorsport won this.
we said
These
that.
are all apart from EA Sports FC, which should not be in this category at all.
No, it should not.
They were all racing games, and unfortunately, Hot Wheels did not win. But one day, these games will be upbeaten by some sort of weird, wacky kart racing game.
Next year will be the Fortnite frigging racing game.
Oh yeah, Fortnite will win it. Fortnite's going to win everything next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Best
me.
family game, we had Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Bros.
The
Wonder.
Nintendo Award. Guess which game I got it?
Super Mario Bros. Wonder won it.
I disagreed with that. I think Party Animals should have also got this award as well. Because it's like you say, it's just a silly, fun game, and you get to hit people.
I think the reason why Super Mario Bros. Won it was because it's also in the best game, like Game of the Year award.
Probably, yeah.
That's probably why it won it.
But then again, there was a couple where like
I'm generally surprised that Super Mario Bros. Wonder was in Game of the Year award. Not that it's a bad game.
It's just like
it's Mario.
Yeah, it's a Mario game. What do you?
It's not like Odyssey or 64.
Yeah,
It's like
it's
not
a
something.
2D Mario game.
It's a 2D Mario game. It's not.
Is it well done? Yes.
I'd be very worried if Nintendo couldn't do it.
There were other games that came out that I would have argued deserved to be in. Liza P. I don't think that was nominated, was it?
No, that was nominated for best art.
Yeah,
That was
but
really
no. I
bad.
mean, Liza P. I think potentially could have been nominated for best game. Armored Core 6, because my God, that game is good.
So moving on, because there was a lot of reveals, so I kind of just want to get to the
Yes.
reveals so we can start talking about that. 'Cause
I know,
there's
but
so many.
I don't want to.
I'm not like washing over them or anything like that. I'm just saying I want to move on from talking about, because we're going to have to talk about Super Mario Bros. Wonder when we get to the Game of the Year. You know?
That's very true.
So, right. So, best fighting game, Street Fighter 6 won that.
that was a given.
That was
Street
given.
Fighter 6
The rest of them really weren't. I mean, maybe Mortal Kombat 1 could have done it.
they are all good games, but Street Fighter 6 is so good.
Yeah.
It is so good and so well put together. It is literally like, oh my God, this is what happens when you give them time to actually release the game fully.
Yeah. Best RPG went to Baldur's Gate 3. That was obvious. That's Game of the Year. That was always going to win. But I do like the fact that Sea of Stars was in there.
Sea of Stars
and Liza P were both in there.
Yeah.
Starfield should never have been anywhere near it, but fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh no! It's the most defining RPG of our generation.
It's the most important RPG of
our
our generation.
Yeah, it's how no longer to do these games anymore.
Yeah.
That's how important it is.
But Baldur's Gate 3 won it. They were obviously going to win it with them being in the Game of the Year category. Best action adventure game went to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, which is I'm fine with
understandable,
that.
but also it's
I kind of think Resident Evil 4 should have won it personally.
yeah, but both of those two were in Game of the Year.
Oh yeah, I know, but I just think Resident Evil 4 is just a better action adventure game.
Yeah, I understand your point.
Best action game that went to Armored Core 6, and fully deserved it. I think the only game that could have probably took it would have been Remnant 2.
Yes.
That was also in that thing, but the Armored Core is really, really good.
I'm on new game.
It's hard for me because I love Remnant so much, so it's hard for me. You have no idea how hard it is for me to say that. Okay, but yeah,
I'm on New Game Plus with Armored Core now, and yeah, it's just
good.
All the frustrations you have early game because you don't have like the equipment or the loadouts.
It's just not there.
It's just like I am literally obliterating map missions now, and it's just like, yes, this is what I want.
Innovation in accessibility that went to Forza Motorsport. This was another one that was like very quickly done.
Yeah,
there wasn't even anybody there to pick up an award.
No,
even though Forza Motorsport were there, we saw them.
Yeah, we saw them because they went and picked up the sports award.
Well, no, they didn't.
No, they rattled through that one as well, didn't
Yeah,
they?
they rattled through that one. But we the guy that usually does the Forza stuff
Yeah, he was there.
on their their digital stuff that they show
Yeah.
off. He was there. We saw him in the crowd. So I don't know why, but anyway, Forza Motorsport won that.
Actually, if because I had a quick look at the stuff that those games did for inclusivity, and I'm like, actually, balance of things.
Yeah, they do
Forza
a lot.
Probably,
They do a lot.
Forza
Of stuff.
probably deserved it, but all of them were really good at how they were helping to include more people.
Best VR and AR game went to Resident Evil Village, and that was, to be fair, that was a given.
Yeah, that was
Like that VR. I've never played it in VR, but like I look at the trailers and I've seen other people streaming, and I just think that's just fantastic.
Yeah,
how well it's done. So
the Resident Evil 4 VR's out soon, isn't it?
yeah, that's cool. Now that just looks fucking mint.
I will probably be.
Will
robbing...
you be robbing Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, and like I say, if you ever want to test it out, by all means, we'll just have to set it up somehow.
Yeah. Best community support went to Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, when we were talking
fine.
about the nominations, I said the stuff that the developers and the people behind the community stuff did for Baldur's Gate 3 and everything. It's the community interaction is great. It's fantastic. And
the best mobile game went to Honkai Star Rail, which is the one that we said was going to win it. Best debut indie game went to Cocoon.
Deserved.
Yep, this was a really good one. This Cocoon, Dredge, Pizza Tower, Venba, and Viewfinder. That it's a really good category.
Yeah.
Any one of them could have won, but Cocoon won it. This is the one that I was massively happy that I got right. Best indie game went to Sea of Stars. I love that game. I'm so happy that it won. Best ongoing game.
Sea of Stars is a very good RPG.
This was another one that I disagreed with. Best ongoing game, because I generally don't think it should have been in, was Cyberpunk 2077.
I agree with you. I don't think Cyberpunk should have even been nominated for this, but the very fact that it was nominated made me think it was going to win it. It's almost like, well, we're not giving Cyberpunk anything else, they didn't get anything last year. There was a reason why. Or the year it was launched. Again, there's a reason why. So we're going to give this as throwing them a bone, and I'm like, no, it shouldn't be there. The game that should have got that best ongoing should have
probably Fortnite, to be fair.
Especially after either Fortnite or Genshin. One of those two. Genshin because of the Fontaine update.
Yeah.
And all the extra stuff that they've added is like it's ridiculous.
They've made it fun to actually be underwater.
I know.
Name a game that's ever done that before. You can't.
Not even Echo the Dolphin.
Yeah.
And then of course
Fortnite with the new season that's just come out.
With the fact that
madness.
that they've literally changed from a battle royale, pretty much only a battle royale,
into separate things.
Yeah, because no one played the survival part.
Yeah. Apparently the Lego Fortnite thing that they're doing is really good.
It's basically Minecraft but in Lego.
Yeah.
Which I'm literally like, why hasn't no one done that before? Why hasn't Lego done that before? I just don't understand why.
But because it's Lego.
That's very true.
Games for Impact that went to Tachia, which is really nice.
Yeah,
they won it.
We've talked about that game before.
Yeah.
It is, it's from a African developer, I believe. Question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice to see other cultures being able to put their take on games and design and it was a really nice game and it deserved to get some recognition, so well done.
Best performance went to Neil Newborn of Astarion. I said I think he's Astarion.
Yeah,
he is Astarion.
Astarion,
and then he won it. I generally thought Idris Elba was going to win it because it's Idris Elba.
No.
But I'm happy that he won it.
The thing is like if they had to have basically said, look, we can only have one person play the game, right? Because if they didn't, that entire list would have just been Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
It would have just been all the different characters from Baldur's Gate because there is not a bad performance in any of them. And that's like a cast of over 100 people.
Yeah.
And every single one of them do such a good job. It's like I mean, I think the only reason why they picked Asterion is because he's the most popular.
Yeah, he's probably the most popular.
But everyone from Shadowheart to... Is it Shadowheart? I'm blanking on her name.
Which character are we on about?
The black-haired lass.
Yeah, Shadowheart.
Shadowheart, I thought so. Yeah, I'm just having a mare moment. To
Raphael.
Raphael, the wizard.
The wizard dude. Gale, who I despise more than anything. Even though he looks like the guy that does DIY SOS.
Yeah.
Because he does look like him.
He does, but Gale, yeah.
But Gale, I can't stand Gale. Like, my God, I want to punch you in the
hell,
face.
the villain characters that you come across are really well done.
Mm. So moving on, best audio design went to Hi-Fi Rush. I actually disagree with this. I think Dead Space should win.
Yeah, I would.
Because Dead Space, the very fact that you made a game incredibly creepy with very little sound. The bits in space, which, you know, the fact that all you have is just a guy breathing.
Yeah.
That's the only sound that you have.
The thing is that the sound you hear isn't actual sound. It's like the vibration from your suit, because that's the thing. Like it did it well in the original, but in the remake they just dial that fucking shit up to 11. It's like, yeah, you can't hear jack fucking shit, and there's monsters everywhere.
But Hi-Fi Rush was the winner, and to be fair, it deserved winning. I mean, it literally uses sound as its
combat mechanic. Yeah. So I think it was wrong, but I'm not gonna begrudgingly.
It's not a bad choice.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice. It's not like blooming Cyberpunk winning the best ongoing game.
Yeah. Best score and music. This was like, as much as like I know everybody loves Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate did not stand a chance here. Final Fantasy 16 stomps all over the rest of this.
I mean, Final Fantasy's music anyway, like their music is friggin' good.
If there's one thing Square Enix are good at, is making a good music.
Their soundtrack, their soundtracks usually are baller, even in the games that are meh. 13 is not a great game. Soundtrack, quite
pretty good. Best art direction went to Alan Wake. I thought Liza P might win this because with it being very
out there,
very different and out there. Either this or Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah. But no.
Alan Wake won it.
Again, Alan Wake was also out there. If you actually take a step back and actually look.
Oh yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. There was just there's something about Liza P's art direction which is just, it's very, very good.
Yes, it is very good.
I'm not doing it just. I can't think of the words.
The thing it makes me puts me in mind of is like late 19th, turn of the century France. More importantly, Paris, France. That sort of like style. I can't. There is a word for it, but I can't.
Best narrative also went to Alan Wake, which, to be fair, it was either this or Baldur's Gate 3. I thought Baldur's Gate 3 was going to win it.
Baldur's Gate 3, I think, should have won it, but I think Alan Wake got this because Baldur's Gate got the...
Possibly. I also think if Baldur's Gate was going to lose to a narrative game, it was going to be Alan Wake, a game about a writer lost in his own world. So, yeah, the narrative needs to be good. Yeah. So, if you were going to losing to Alan Wake 2 isn't...
No, it's not
best game direction, Alan Wake 2 won this as well. That was Baldur's Gate and Alan Wake.
Yeah, it was
between
this year was basically which one. It was probably going to be only between Alan Wake and Baldur's Gate.
And then Game of the Year,
there was no other winner.
Baldur's Gate 3 won this, and
there was no other winner. All other games that were in that list on any other year probably had a chance to win it. But unfortunately, this was the year Baldur's Gate 3 got released to astronomical acclaim. and deserved, because it is easily the best game that has been released this year, bar none. No matter what. Although I'll be honest, there are some fanboys that are very upset Spider-Man 2 didn't get that game, and
I don't understand that.
They are complaining that that Spider-Man 2 they're literally showing scenes from Spider-Man 2, and then scenes of like the combat from Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
And going, I can't believe this game beat Spider-Man 2. Yeah, because do you not know what you can fucking do in Baldur's Gate 3?
Well,
like,
no, they don't.
Not only can you do shit that many other games would deem impossible, you can do it in a way that indicates the developers expected someone to do it that way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to make a tower of boxes and then Misty Step over this wall. And it works. In any other game, that would be an invisible wall, because no one would go, well, you know, someone's going to stack about 100 boxes on top of each other to try and jump into the castle. They wouldn't do it. There'd be a skybox that literally hit the roof of the skybox. Baldur's Gate 3? Nope, it works.
Yeah.
They basically went, would someone try to do this in Dungeons and Dragons? Yes, why? Because Dungeons and Dragons is basically sometimes do some random shit, it might work.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so
all to do with the roll of the dice.
Yeah, it might work. So if someone thinks maybe I can try this, we're going to have to let them be able to try it. Yes. Okay. That's why it took 6 years to make. They had to think about what all the random weird shit some people were going to try and pull.
Right. So Baldur's Gate. Yeah. By the way, the winner, Baldur's Gate 3, they also got played off, like we said, and they'd only been on the stage for about 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, the winners of the game of the year. The winners of the game of the year
were played off, and
were
they
played
barely
off.
got to talk. It was a bit of a joke. The whole thing was a bit of a joke.
Insulting.
Yeah. I did like the fact that he was wearing a
suit of
knight's
armor.
armor.
You can tell that must have been a bet. That must have been we're not winning. He must have turned around and gone, do you know what? We're not winning this. We're not winning this. Look, everyone loves the game. I'm happy with that. But it's too much to ask to be the game of the year, right? And basically, they've had a bet. It's like, okay, if we win, I'll wear a suit of armor. And I guarantee you, when they pulled out that suit of armor, they went, oh, we're winning, aren't we?
Oh, god damn it! Right, let us move on now. The reveals. There was quite a few.
There was.
There was quite a few. A lot of it was quick 30-second stuff.
Yes.
There wasn't very many.
There wasn't a standout, oh my, OMG. There wasn't an Armored Core, like last year's Armored Core 6 reveal.
No.
There wasn't one. Capcom, for the love of fucking God, please give me a fucking Dino Crisis or Outbreak.
To be fair, and this is mainly for me, Monster Hunter Wilds being announced was quite a big one.
That was actually quite big, but again, like the whole jaw-dropping, oh my God, this is real.
Yeah. There
wasn't anything like that.
No, I wouldn't say so. Right, so
we started off with the Dead by Daylight.
No. We did not start with that. You're on the wrong.
Oh, I'm on the wrong page.
You're on the wrong page.
You're the one that gave it to me like that.
I did not give it you like that.
Yes, you did.
I basically had it down like that. I didn't give it to you. You picked it up. Right. So first thing that we got, the first reveal, because this stuff here is. I think most of this is the pre-show.
Yeah.
Right. So the first thing that was revealed was the Brothers remake.
Ah, yes. That's another thing. Like some of the reveals in the pre-show, I'm like, this makes more sense being in the main show.
We got Pony Island 2.
Yeah.
With the panda bears.
So Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
Yeah.
Is getting a remake, and that's a big deal. I was like, because it is. A lot of people who have played that game have basically said it's one of the best narratives, even though there's no talking. There is one of the best narratives. I hope they don't add voice acting. Don't do it. You'll ruin the whole
I don't think they will.
I don't think so though, because it's from the team that's doing it. Pony Island 2 is going to be just as weird as Pony Island.
Yep, and this time it's got pandas.
This time it's got pandas. It's 3D, and there's a bow and arrow digital thingy bob.
There's a bunch of stuff.
And it's a game within a game within a game within a game.
Yeah. Rise of the Golden Idol.
Oh, what was that one?
This is why I got this. This is why I brought this.
There were a lot of these though that were like just like teaser trailers, like proof of concept sort of stuff, not even like gameplay, so like we don't even know how they're gonna play.
Oh yeah, it's that one. So it's like the
yes,
it's like the heist thing.
Yeah, it's either a heist or like a.
I mean, we didn't get any of these screenshots. We literally got like a little trailer of like a desk and some other stuff.
Following that, but yeah, you know, the art style is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle game.
It's a puzzle game, but the art style is actually pretty cool. Following that was Usual Dune, which was the one with the last with the spooky.
Yeah, I think so. It's the one where it starts off with her like she's looking over a table and then a ghost appears behind her and it looks like the ghost is gonna do something to her, but it's actually her friend.
Yeah.
That one, and then the big portal opens up behind them.
Yeah, I get very. Do you know what? I get Scooby Doo vibes from Vine.
It looks alright, actually.
Yeah,
I like the art style where it looks like it's all painted.
Yeah,
it's all that sort of stuff.
Okay, you're gonna need to read that. The one after that. Enfield.
Enfield.
Oh, yeah, Enfield.
No.
We're the most professional professionals here.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Enfield.
Again, we got another problem where they literally show 30 seconds.
Oh, it was a reveal trailer, and it's something to do with Arknights.
Ah, yeah.
You know that one that you were like, oh, everybody's jumping on the Genshin.
Yeah.
It's actually like a spin-off to Arknights.
Yeah.
Enfield. That's what it is. But it was that big sort of anime bloody trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I blanked on it, because it's like there's like everyone's coming out with anime gachas.
But this one's actually not that. Technically it is, but technically it isn't. It's actually connected to something else, so that's fine. Matchless Kung Fu was after that, and that was I want to say it was basically like a 3D stickman fighter.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, you basically just did a lot of kung fu.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the one where we were like, how the hell is this going to actually work in game?
Yeah.
It was very fast. Like
after that, you had Harmonium, which is the it was the game where they used music, but it was for deaf people.
Oh yes, yes, yeah.
So there's a lot of sign language and a lot of other stuff.
Yes, that was actually really.
I'm interested to see how it works.
Yeah,
I'm generally interested to see how it works.
Because she gets sucked into like a different world or something like that.
Yeah, she gets sucked into a different world, and everything's like so. There's birds made out of trombones.
Yeah, it's very
it's
everything's
a lot of
music. Based.
Yeah, a lot of things are made out of like musical instruments and stuff like that, and
notes and all.
Yeah,
that
so I'm quite.
Well, the art style is actually really nice.
It looks it's very Pixar-y.
It's very Pixar-y, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Disney production. Put it that way.
That is very true.
We had Windblown.
That was from the makers of Dead Cells. No, is it Dead
Cells? Yes.
Dead Cells.
That's the. It looked like a
3D
a free player Dead Cells game.
Yeah, 3D 3-player co-op Dead Cells, and I'm like, I see nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. It looks really good.
The art style is top notch. It is really, really good.
After that, we had Thrasher.
I
want to say that was something to do with a guitar.
No, it's not. Thrasher was. you're gonna have to put Thrasher Game or Game Awards. There are a few that I'm literally like, I have.
Yeah, Oh no, that's the one where it was like, it was definitely music based.
Yeah.
But it looked like it was a VR game.
Oh,
where
yeah.
you had to move this.
Yes,
from through.
Thrasher was from the guys that gave us Thumper.
Yes, that's the one.
So it'll be a rhythm based game with a very unique neon-esque light art style. It'll look absolutely gorgeous, and for people who are into that game, this is probably going to be their jam.
Yeah. After that, there are a few here that we don't really need to look at. What I mean is, I don't need to bring them up on the tablet.
Yeah.
Persona 3. We got another big trailer for that.
Yeah.
There's rumours that they've actually added more stuff into Persona 3.
You're looking forward to that.
I've already pre-ordered the big collector's edition.
Yeah.
Because I've got all the
Remember, people, if you wanted to love a toaster, this is the game for you.
You love a toaster? I do not know.
No. I know.
We got after that we had Dave the Diver and Dredge collab.
I know.
Which looks really cool.
It does look really cool. Dave the Diver with Cthulhu's
yeah, it looks really cool.
Cthulhu monsters.
World of Goo 2, so a sequel to a game that's like 15 years old.
Yeah. They made a whole joke out of the fact that it's been that long.
Yeah.
If the art style is very. If anyone remembers Papaton on the PlayStation Portable, that sort of art style, but instead of stick figures, it's
goo.
Goo.
It's goo.
It's goo. Eyes, multiples.
After that, we got the Metaphor Refantanzio, which is the new Atlas game.
Yes.
Which looks really, really cool, and I'm looking forward. It looks much more of an action-y game than what they usually do. We got a much more of a story trailer this time. So by the looks of things, it's going to be like a battle royale sort of thing of whoever wins becomes king.
Yeah, it's like think. I
would say think Game of Thrones with Persona.
No, I would say think Fate with Persona.
Yeah, I'd go with that. Yeah, I'd go with that one.
Because unlike Game of Thrones, where it's like all political backstabbing and all that sort of, it's like, no, we're going to be upfront and fight each other.
I am not going to lie. Okay, so recently I bought, but when Black Friday was around, I bought a Xbox Series X. Yes. As you know, I have a feeling that Metaphor Refantasio is going to be an Xbox exclusive. Hence why I bought an Xbox.
Yeah.
Because I like these games.
And you are prepared.
Yes, I want to be prepared. Just in case it is.
Yeah.
After that, we got Exodus. Hold on.
Exodus. Oh, that's which one's that one? This is another one you're gonna have to put Exodus Game Awards.
I've already got Game Awards in. I'm just gonna put Exodus
in front of it.
Yeah. Helps if you spell it right. There you go. Oh, that was the Matthew McConaughey game.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's right.
I mean, other than Matthew McConaughey being in it, and it's in space.
It looked like it did look like a much more shinier Mass Effect gameplay.
Yes, it did. That was the Mass Effect game that I thought.
Yeah,
like it looked like Mass Effect.
Yeah,
which is not a bad thing.
But the whole concept of Exodus is basically you're able to go through.
It's like a time thing.
Yeah, basically when you go through a portal or a hyperspace or whatever the hell it is, time slows down for you. So what is like a minute for you is like a 20, 30 years
for
everybody else. Now, we only got actual the trailer doesn't show apart from a little bit of gameplay,
which is where we got the Mass Effect vibes from.
Nothing else. So, and they're going off again. This is one of those where they go off on like your decisions will have massive impact. I'm like, look, I've been lied about this sort of stuff too many times. I'm only going to believe that when I actually fucking see it.
When I see it, yeah. But it looked alright.
It does actually look good. It's a very ambitious. It looks really nice.
It's got a really good, I would say, like...
The concept is very, very good.
Yeah, it's got a good concept. It's got... If you liked the newer Dune movie.
Yeah.
It's got that sort of like look,
The-
you know, with the armor and stuff like that.
Yes. Yeah, I
It's
totally
got
get
that
what you
sort
mean.
of like look
Yeah.
about it. So if you like that, I've got a
Yeah,
feeling
the
you
art
might
style
like
it
that.
definitely leans towards that. So that
After that, they got the reason to put God of War back on your PlayStations. There's the
The
Valhalla
free-
update.
the
The
free
free update,
update,
which is going to turn it
Valhalla.
into a
Yeah.
roguelite sort of thing. Which, yeah, I'm going to give that a go.
I've
some
seen
point.
people playing it. It is.
To be fair, any reason to play God of War again.
Yeah, I know.
Big Walls was after that. Bear with me.
Big Walls. I think this was another one of those really short ones.
Yeah, I don't think it was very long. Big Walls, Game Awards. Oh, Big Walk.
Big
Sorry,
Walk.
not Big Walls. Which one was Big Walk?
Oh, it was from the people who gave us Thingy Goose Game.
Yes, it is.
It's the one that you
I went, God, this is annoying, and then went, okay, this is actually kind of adorable.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like those.
you're basically going on a mountain hike.
Yeah,
From what I can see, and I'm like, this is quite charming.
but you're those, you know, those weird little dipper things that go
Yeah.
into water and then bounce back up and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
back down. Yeah, you're like those, but like it's a bunch of just.
Random.
It looks like it's. I'm hoping this is right. It's just going to be a giant map when it just lets you go anywhere
Yeah.
and do things, and that's fine. It looked alright. It went, like I said, it went from being incredibly annoying at the beginning because of just the noise that it was giving you, and then just like it cut off the noise, and then gave us the two dudes, and yeah, it just went from being annoying to adorable. In
Yeah,
about
it looks really
10 seconds.
Yeah, it looks really, really adorable, and so.
Um.
And we need, you know what? You need those games. Those games that are just like, there's no real drive to push you forward. It's just like, look, just take your time and enjoy the game.
After that, we had Hellblade, another Hellblade 2.
We actually got
gameplay this time.
Gameplay.
And it looks, if you like the first one, you're going to like this one.
From the looks of it,
Which is fine. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's another reason
good
to
news.
have my Xbox.
Yes, good news. They're looking really good there for that.
After that, we got Kimori.
Kimori.
I'm pretty sure that was like a ninja-y thing.
Yeah, was that not the Blade Runner looking like one?
Could be. I'm just checking it now, just before.
We're just double checking.
Oh, right. So Kimori is the game that's done by, you know, the last from Tango Entertainment.
Yes!
That everybody loves. It's their first game. Their what are they called? What's their fucking?
So this one's gonna have like Ninja City parkour type
stuff.
stuff.
It's just a reveal trailer, so there's no gameplay. But Unseen, that's the development. This is their first game, and she came on. Everybody loved her.
Everybody loves her. She's great. She's fantastic. You can tell she has that infectious, like giddy happiness that everyone just loves.
So it looks cool.
It does look.
I'm not
the
gonna
concept of being able to just like dance around like a ninja in a major city and then fight what looks like
yokai.
Yokai.
You're basically yokai hunters.
Yeah,
what you are.
I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that. That sounds like cool.
We got No West for the Wicked after that, and that's pretty much. I want to say it's basically Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that it gave me a very much like an RPG Game of Thrones type vibe.
Different people vying for the crown
because the kings died, sort of thing,
and stuff like that. And so there was a bit of gameplay, I think.
Yeah,
but there wasn't much. So I'm not gonna say it. But I mean, cool concept.
The gameplay I saw was like third person action adventure type, like your Diablo type stuff,
which is cool.
Which,
that's fine with me.
It's good.
I just want what I would like from it is maybe like you get to choose which faction you're with.
Possibly.
So you start somewhere.
Yeah, it might be, but it also could be story driven, which
Oh,
means
yeah.
you're just
That's fine.
it's your
Yeah, but the thing
one
is,
character.
you can do story driven because you could do what Dragon Age did, which is where you choose where you start,
Yeah.
and then you get a big opening act where like this is your past,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So like if you choose to be a human, one of them is your noble who gets backstabbed,
Yeah.
and then so you end up joining the Grey Wardens because you've got
You've got
nothing
nowhere
left.
else to go.
And that, or if you're an elf, basically your home gets destroyed because elves in the Dragon Age universe are treated like absolute garbage. But anyway, that's what I mean. Like you get to pick where you start, and that kind of goes into things. Not like where Cyberpunk's like, oh well, where you start can completely change it. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
After that, we got the Sega announcement.
Yes,
where
the
they
Sega
are
redoing. They're not releasing the old classics. They are remaking a whole bunch of classic games.
Jet Set Radio,
Yeah,
Crazy Taxi,
Crazy Taxi,
Golden Axe,
Golden Axe. Yeah,
Golden Axe. Pretty sure there was 5.
there was 5. Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio. I mean, Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi are the two. Like, oh my god. But yeah, like Golden Axe is going to be like a 3D brawler.
Ah, yes, right. So it is. Hold on. Where are you? Ah, right. So the new entries will be Jet Set Radio,
Yeah,
Golden Axe,
yeah,
Crazy Taxi,
yeah.
Streets of Rage,
Ah, that was the one.
and Shinobi.
Oh god. Like proper classic games, and I hope they do them justice because
They looked good.
They do look good, but it's one of those where it's like if you fuck it up.
Aye. But after that, we got the new Dragon Ball Budokai game.
Yeah.
Sparking Zero.
Sparking Zero. Yeah, it's basically the new Budokai.
Yeah, which everybody is quite happy about,
Yeah.
especially the Budokai fans. So,
I know because
yay.
it's been a while since you've had one. I mean, the last one you could probably argue is Kakarot, but there was a lot more RPG.
That wasn't Budokai.
Yeah, I was about
it's
to say
Budokai in name only.
Yeah. Well, it didn't have that. It was just the Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Right, so after that, we got a few, like, noticeably new things. So, we got the announcement of the single-player Dead by Daylight game,
Yeah.
which is the casting of Frank Irons, I think
Yeah,
he was called.
casting of Frank Irons.
So
Which I would not be surprised if I'm assuming the guy in the suit or what looked like a metal
will be,
suit,
yeah.
he's probably going to end up being a new killer in.
Oh, yeah,
Dead by
he'll be-
Daylight.
he's
He'll
gonna-
with the launch of the game, he'll be in
Yeah, he'll be in Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight.
We then got the announcement of a new Mana game called
Yeah,
Visions of Mana,
Mana.
which
Looked.
really nice.
Yep. It has
very
the
happy.
usual cutesy art style that Visions of Mana, the Mana series are known for. It has that action RPG type combat, and it looks really cool.
After that we had Rise of Ronin. Sorry,
Rise of Ronin.
I've been doing Lord of the Rings stuff lately, so Rohan just came into my head. Rise of Ronin, which we got like a big story trailer this time.
Yeah.
And it looks, oh my god, it looks so good. Team Ninja really look like they've like outdone themselves this time.
Yeah, they
like,
do.
oh my god. After that, we got the announcement for the Outlast trials, like
The
full
1.0 full release.
full release, and it's also coming to consoles.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be good for me.
Get
and
some
my
get
buds.
some friends. Get some friends. Everyone get the Outlast trials. Play it together and just go crazy in it because you will go crazy.
We got OD after that.
That's the Kojima game.
Oh yeah, it is. That's the game that they didn't really need to talk about for 10 to 15 minutes because they didn't tell us jack all.
Yeah.
After that, we got a reveal trailer for Jurassic Park Survival, which was really nice. By the looks of things, you're going to be somebody who's been left
Behind on the original
on the original island, and you need to survive.
Yeah.
I like the the little things that they had in the trailer, like the fact that the raptor is still in the freezer.
Yeah, the fact that they know that they acknowledge the fact that there's a raptor in that freezer.
It's still there.
It's still there.
The fact that like the lab is absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
And all that sort of stuff. Like the little notches that are like from the movie are in the trailer, which is really nice. But again, it was just a real trailer, so we can't really be like, yeah, it looks good because
it's a reveal trailer.
Yeah.
But you know, look, it's a survival game with dinosaurs.
But now we just need Dino Quests.
Yeah. It's a survival game with dinosaurs. For anyone who's played Ark will tell you, yes, please more.
After that, we got the Rocket Racing, which is the part of the new Fortnite formula.
Yep.
This one's actually been made by the guys that did
Rocket
League,
which is why you can see the Rocket League cars in it.
Yeah,
I haven't played it yet because I haven't been on Fortnite for about a couple of months now because I've been too busy playing all the other amazing games.
Yeah. After that, we got Black Myth Wukong. We got a big trailer for it. We got the date. Release date for it, which I think is August.
Yeah, August 8th, I want to say.
I think it's either 4th or 8th, if one of those two. It looks fantastic.
It looks amazing. I hope it does really well. I hope it's not one of these that's like hyped to oblivion.
It's the fact that it's a very small Chinese company that's made this game.
I want it to succeed.
It looks really good. We then got another trailer for Suicide Squad. I've already said enough about Suicide Squad.
There is nothing that has been shown that has indicated that they've actually changed any of it to solve the problems that game will have. The combat still looks boring. It's the
very little combat that they actually showed. Yeah. Because they did most of this trailer was like the movement.
Yeah,
there was a lot of running and a lot of.
I've seen
jumping.
Other people like go into detail in like the other trailers that they've shown, the ones that just show the movement.
Yeah,
and they're saying the problem is that there's a lot of attention to detail missing. Like there's one where they will land on a place with a pool.
Yeah,
and the mob that runs through it has no effect on the water.
On the water, yeah.
And it's like it's just that attention to detail that if you point it out, instantly you can't unsee it.
After that, we got the new Warframe update, the Whispers in the Wall.
Yeah.
This was basically, it's like a big celebration of Warframe for the last 10 years because it's 10 years old.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what was the thing they were going to add to it.
It was like a big Cthulhu-y sort of like time.
Oh, yeah, it's like a haunted mansion, something like that. Yeah. Where all your things that you did in the past are going to come back to haunt you, sort of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, ooh, yeah, okay, so Warframe guys, I hope you've been good boys for the last 10 years, because if not, good luck.
After that, we got Ready or Not.
Ready or Not was like a SWAT team squad shooter type thing.
Oh, it was.
First person.
Yes.
It'll be interesting for those people who can say, I'm trying to think, when was the last time we actually had like a proper tactical squad shooter released?
I want to say Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six is probably but like I wouldn't class Siege.
No, Siege.
Oh, like
I'm on like Las Vegas.
Las Vegas too.
Yeah.
I mean, there probably has been like SWAT games come out since then. So, but it is one of those genres that don't get enough love. So I'm hoping it's that. I hope it's like a tactical, proper, like fully realistic as much squad SWAT team shooter type thing. But we'll find out. It does look interesting though. It does.
After that, we got it's called Tales of something over, and then it's Tau.
Yeah.
But it's made by a new company, and it's very because the guy's British and he's a voice actor and he played, but he now owns a gaming company.
Oh yeah,
and he's dedicated the game to his dad who died.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who he plays because he's done a role and it's.
I'm pretty sure he's in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
he's one of the Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
that he's in. I could be wrong.
The name blanks me.
But he comes on and he does this really good like introduction to the game. And the game looks alright. It's more of a reveal trailer. I didn't really see any gameplay. Not massive anyway. But it looks like it's very like African folklore is clearly
with like Castlevania vibes
possibly,
type gameplay. That's one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it looks alright.
And to be perfectly honest, the more Castlevania type games there are, the better.
We then got Lost Records.
What was that one? Here we go.
This is why I've got this.
Yep. I've got something in my mind, but I'm not sure if I'm confusing it with something else. So I don't want to say it because I'll probably be wrong.
Yeah, Bloom and Rage.
Oh
yeah, this is the one that's done by Stranger.
Yeah, the Life is Strange.
Life is Strange.
Yeah.
This is the new one.
The thing is, there was a very big Stranger Things vibe with it. So
yeah.
It's clearly going to be a story narrative driven game, where the backdrop is basically something happens to them when they're younger. They're basically these they were part of a band, as teenagers do. It's all girl group.
Yeah, it's all good. It's doing an It.
Yeah, where literally something happens in their past,
and then they come back when they're older, and they have to sort whatever.
They have to solve whatever it is. So,
which is all right. After that, we got the first Berserker, which is Dungeon Fighter.
Dungeon Fighter DNF. And it's basically, so anyone who knows the Berserker class, it's the first one of those dudes. It is a action RPG a la...
It looks like a Souls-like.
Very Souls-like though, yeah.
Yeah,
so
it looks like a Souls-like. It looks pretty cool.
It does, and it's a Souls-like, so, we're going to be interested.
We then got the reveal for new Honkai Star Rail stuff.
Yes, new area.
Got a new character with a giant-ass sword.
Yes.
But anyway, then we got Skull and Bones.
It's still a thing apparently.
Yep.
It has definitely morphed from what it was originally going to be.
Oh yeah.
Because it was originally going to be.
Yeah, they showed no PvP here. They showed a lot of co-op stuff.
Yeah, and it's going to be 3-player co-op. So 3 ships. The ships are look like they're customizable, which is cool.
My question is there PvP?
Yeah.
They showed none of that.
Yeah, has it? Because
they didn't. It's not even on the
original
trailer.
concept from what was shown all those years back was it was very like, if anyone knows what World of Tanks or World of Warships is, like that, but Age of Sail pirates type thing.
So yeah.
And now there seems to be an actual like co-op campaign.
Yeah.
And they have made the ship combat much more in depth. There's a lot more stuff to do than just sail next to someone and shoot them.
Yeah.
They've added there's mortars, fire arrows. There's a whole lot of stuff that they've added to it to make it more in depth. Yeah. Which is what they had to do.
It looks like you can customize your crew.
Yeah, the crew. Well. So it'll be interesting. I know I've seen some people play the betas, but wasn't able to catch a lot of it.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch anybody play it. But moving on, we then got a reveal trailer for Blade, which is being made by Arcane.
Arcane. Is it Arcane Paris?
Yeah, Arcane Paris. The ones that made Dishonored.
Yeah. And I'm like, yes, please. This is what you should be doing. Yeah. This works. This makes sense.
The guy, the lead director, he clearly is a very big fan of Blade.
Yes.
So And
I'm gonna be honest, Blade looks good.
Blade looks good.
He looks very good.
I think
it's a reveal trailer.
I'm pretty sure he's being voiced by the same guy that played him in the TV series.
Yeah.
And also, because I'm pretty sure he's the same guy that voices him in the animation stuff that Blade's been in.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
So, it is Blade.
It's Blade.
The only thing that you could make it better would be if you've got Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, but no one can afford.
Wesley Snipes isn't going to be voicing anybody anytime soon.
No.
After that, we got The Last Sentinel.
I remember this one. I think. Let's see. It was. No, that's not that one. I'm trying to think, because I think this was another one of those like shorter trailers. Like, remember Blade because it's Blade.
Yeah. It's alright. I'm getting the trailer up now. It's alright.
It's good. We are the most professionals here.
Oh yeah, this is
the Blade Runner one.
This is the Blade Runner one. This is the one done by I want to say ex Rockstar developers.
Yeah. So it's a reveal trailer, so obviously no gameplay, very, very polished looking visuals, but probably not what the game's actually going to look like at the end.
But massive Blade Runner vibes.
Clearly, like, there are... This is like think Blade Runner meets Ghost in the Shell.
Possibly.
Is what I would probably say, because it's a very Asian style of, like, building and robots and... because there's clearly, like, there are nannies that are being called mom.
Yeah.
But they're robots. You can tell because one of them gets half the face
broken off, but that's fine.
And clearly you're going to be playing a cyborg / android / someone who is called the Demon.
Well, we don't even know that we might.
That's what I'm saying.
Might not be. That might be a character that we meet.
That is very true.
We don't know.
But yeah,
I like the idea.
The concept is very like dystopian, futuristic, high tech, but it doesn't. I don't think it goes cyberpunk in the fact like corporations.
Yeah.
I think it's like a totalitarian authority, like Mirror's Edge, where it's like all shiny on the surface. But the moment you go deeper, it becomes very
horrible.
Yeah.
After that, we got another trailer for First Descendant, which I'm quite happy with. This looks really cool. That's the sort of sci-fi monster. I'm going to say sci-fi monster hunter game, where it's like giant robots or giant monsters and that, and you've got like guns and all this other stuff. It looks pretty cool.
It does look actually pretty cool.
After that, we got a trailer for ZZZ, which is Zen Zoneless.
The new Hoyoverse game.
Yeah, that one. I'm really looking forward to that. It looks cool.
It looks like it's going to be a gacha action.
I really like what Hoyoverse has been doing.
Yeah, because each new game is a completely different genre.
Yeah, I think
like Genshin is your very.
It's your safe game. It's your safe game. It's the game that gets you in.
Yeah. Honkai is a RPG.
Yep.
An old school RPG.
Mm-hmm. And this one looks to be like it's a battle arena.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
I'm trying to think. What was it? Honkai's Third Strike is.
Honkai Third Strike is the mobile game.
But it's also like an action. That's an action RPG.
That's an action RPG. With like I want to say it's kind of the similar.
Yeah, but it's all mecha girls.
Yeah, it's all mecha girls.
But this one is like the designs of the characters are really cool. Yeah. I have to admit, there was some that I'm literally like, oh, please let me be that person.
Yeah. And everybody seems to like the wolf guy in a suit.
I mean, he's in a suit.
No. Can't beat a suit. You cannot beat a suit. Okay.
The only way you could top that is adding a top hat.
Yeah, that's true. Right, so after that, we got Mecha Break. That was that big, obviously, mecha game.
It was the mecha game.
I was getting very, like, Gundam meets Armored Core vibes.
Yes, I was getting that. And then I keep wanting to call them mobile suits, but it had a mech that could transform into a jet, and I'm like, yes, give me more. The only thing you need to add that makes me want it even more is funnels. Yeah. Something that gives me funnels.
That looks really cool.
It did.
We got the announcement for the final chapter of GTFO.
Yes, it's gonna actually have an end game.
Yeah.
As in, like, once you've done this, the game is technically over. You can just start again if you want.
We then got a trailer for Den of Wolves, which is the new game from the original people who made Payday.
Yes. That is basically... I think it's going to be very similar that it's going to be a heist game, but there's a very cyberpunk-y type vibe to it. Which
think Cyberpunk meets Payday.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're doing. We then got
I see no problem with
Exoborn.
that. Exoborn is...
And this is the game that's being made by the people that... Well, the original people that made The Division.
Yes.
And this one's going to be an extraction...
Oh,
shooter
yes!
one.
Yes, where the environment and the weather is going to play a factor. Again, we don't got no gameplay, but basically the concept of what will be happening. Everyone's getting gliders now.
Yep, everybody's getting gliders.
Everyone's getting hand gliders. And this one, like, he got sucked up into a tornado.
Yeah.
And
It's
going to be an extraction shooter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those coming.
After that, we got Asgard's Wrath 2, which is the game Matt Mercer showed off because he plays Loki.
He plays the antagonist Loki.
Yep. It's a VR game. That's about really all I can tell you about it. Light No Fire was announced after that.
Which one?
That is the new game by Hello Games.
Oh, yes!
Which is the one that it's not going to be in space, it's going to be on one planet. But
it's going to be a massive planet.
It's going to be a massive planet. What they're trying to do is do it
basically make an Earth.
Two-scale game. So if it would take you 3 weeks to climb this mountain, it's going to take you 3 weeks to climb a mountain. That sort of thing. But it looked really cool. It had like rabbit people.
It had dragons or wyverns that you could ride, which is, you know...
It looked really cool.
I'm just going to be saying this. It's Hello Games. Look, you've done amazing things with...
don't overpromise.
Don't overpromise. And which is kind of like worrying that you instantly went, yeah, it's an Earth-sized game. And I'm like, oh, don't... I like him. It's clearly like he's a person that can't say no.
I'm hoping that he's learnt his lesson. And he hasn't... he just hasn't said anything that's like...
I think he does. I think you can tell that he's trying not to overpromise, but he's one of these people that he does seem to me like one of these people that really shouldn't be put in front of a camera and a microphone because he doesn't want to disappoint people.
I know, but I think with this one, it's a little bit more because he didn't really say anything this time.
No.
And nobody asked him any questions.
No, I think everyone else has also learned the lesson. It's like, look, just don't ask him stupid questions like, can you do this?
Yeah.
Because he, like, well, I want us to do that. I don't want to disappoint you, and I'm not here to disappoint anyone. And so, you know.
It looks alright.
It does. It looks interesting.
I just don't know if it's...
It might not be a game for us. But, again, it's an early concept. We don't know...
After that, we got Stormgate.
I'm trying to...
I can't remember, so it's back to the tablet.
I want to say that's a... no, probably wrong. I'm going to let you look it up because I can't remember. Might be another one of those that was a very, very short trailer. You're looking for something that actually...
No, that just shows me what it is. Oh yeah, it's the one by Frost Giant.
Yes, it's so Stormgate is the one that is from the people that
it's the new StarCraft.
Yeah, people who gave us StarCraft. So I don't think we saw an actual game. It's like an opening cutscene sort of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a story sort of trailer again. Basically, because they announced that the guy that's gone back to World of Warcraft, he's the one that actually penned the narrative and the world for this game.
And it basically there's three like if you know StarCraft, you pretty much know there's three different factions. We've got humans, we've got demons, and we've got a third one, which is I think Celestial ? I can't remember exactly, but they weren't shown in this. And they're all going to have the different strengths and weaknesses, and they've got to play off each other, etc., etc. Anyway, the trailer is basically someone opens a portal to hell.
Yeah, and the demons come out.
And then we all go...
People need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Just stop opening portals to hell. Why?
I mean, unless you have Doom Guy right next to you, don't do it!
After that, we got the Final Fantasy 16 DLC announcement.
Yes, one which was released that night. So I'm like, oh, what? Pardon? Wait, pardon?
Echoes of the Fallen, I think it's called.
Echoes of the Fallen, which I don't think I'm at the point where I can actually play that DLC yet, but I have bought it, and there's going to be a second DLC, which I have bought.
Yeah.
Why? Because I
bought the bundle.
I bought the bundle. Why? Because the game is good.
Yeah, it looks cool. After that, we got the finals, which was released that day.
It was the release announcement. I've played a couple of games. It is fun. The way you can like just steal a win right at the end is great. I was literally playing a game, right, and it was the one where you have to like not cash out, but you have to like grab the money and deposit.
Yeah.
Right. So there was and it's 3 teams of 3 for that mode, and we were basically we'd easily cash the first payload, right, and there was another team doing the second one. And literally with like a second to go, I stole it. I stole it, and you don't steal it by like grabbing it out and putting it to someone else. No, you just basically take over the payments.
Oh God!
So like, literally, I stole it and it instantly cashed it, and I'm like, yes. And there's a fucking achievement for it as well.
Really?
Yeah. Steal a cash out with less than 10 seconds left in the game.
Good lord.
So because the cash out won us the game, because it's first to 20,000 and each cash out is 10, right? That was the achievement.
Oh dear.
It is fun. I will. There's a lot of stuff that you have to buy to unlock, not gameplay wise, but customization wise. And I'm like, oh.
It is a free game.
It is a free game. I understand that, but it's like, can you give us some more? Like I say, if you give me an awful lot of stuff to customize, I will probably buy more customization from. Again, I'm going to throw this up again. Prime example is the WWE games. The WWE games have always given you an abundance of stuff to customize for, and therefore whenever customization stuff comes out as DLC, I instantly buy it because I'm like, yes, give me more. So I'm just like, I'm literally like, there are some cool stuff, but it's like, I just want some more. Just give me some more. And then you do unlock stuff by leveling and all that, but
it'll be fun.
It's like, at the moment I'm looking basic as fuck.
Oh well. And then finally after that, Monster Hunter Wilds was the last, and that was like the big announcement. It looks cool.
It's Monster Hunter.
Yeah, it's Monster Hunter. So Monster Hunter fans are going to be happy.
Yes.
Mainly because they're not playing a Switch game anymore. Because this is clearly going to be... I think this is clearly like Monster Hunter World 2.
Yeah. This will be on PC and PlayStation.
Console, yeah.
Maybe Xbox as well. So yeah, cool, great. You've got a rideable raptor looking thing.
Yeah, which can
type thing.
Grow an extra 2 legs.
Question mark?
It can go from like two legs to 4 legs.
I don't think we actually saw it grow the legs. I think you
Oh no, they were there. They were just like came out. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think they grow. I just think like he hides them, and you can switch from 2 to.
Oh, anyway, but yeah, that's the new rideable mount thing.
Yeah.
Because they always introduce something ever since the dog. But yeah, Monster Hunter, more Monster Hunter. Can't complain.
This one looks like it's going to be a bit more
open.
No.
Oh, actually, yeah. There was like it was more dynamic from the looks of it. Like there was an actual stampede, there was an avalanche, and so
a lot more environmental.
Yeah, there's a lot more environmental stuff going on. So other stuff to worry about, maybe.
Woo.
But yeah, more for people who need a new Monster Hunter fix. There's one coming.
Yeah,
don't worry. You just got to hold on, guys.
But yeah, that was it. That was the awards. I can't say there's anything that I'm massively excited for.
That wasn't already known. There's nothing. Like I said, there was nothing. Arguably the Monster Hunter one. But
I can understand why Monster Hunter was last.
Yeah, it's the biggest reveal of the lot. But I don't think that there was like last year. Last year there was everyone lost their minds over Armored Core. One, because it was FromSoft, so all the Dark Souls, all the Souls fans were like, "Oh my god, they're making a new game." And then there was the Armored Core fan base who were like, "We went through an entire console generation without an Armored Core game. Please, FromSoft." And then they announced it, and you could tell who were the FromSoft fans and who were the Armored Core fans. Because the FromSoft fans were going, "Oh, cool, a mecha game," and the Armored Core fans were going, "Yes!" We didn't get anything like that. No. I'm still looking at Capcom going, "Give us Dino Crisis, guys, please."
Just give us Dino Crisis.
Dude, give us Dino Crisis. If not Dino Crisis, at least give Code Veronica some love.
Or give us Outbreak.
Give us Outbreak. Just give us, Outbreak in the Resident Evil engine with an actual internet.
Would be nice.
Would be great. I want to be able to, I wanted to play Outbreak, but it was impossible. Because it was the internet was only just a thing. 2, it was it was a PS2 game, so anyone who knows how the PS2 got online, that was that issue. And 3, it was it was tank controls. No, give us Outbreak in the Resident Evil engine.
Yeah,
please.
But on that note, I think we'll end it there because it's been quite a long one. Like I said, a lot of reveals, just nothing.
Nothing mind-blowing that wasn't. I mean, there was the God of War free announcement. Tomorrow you'll be able to play the God of War as a roguelite for free. That was holy shit. And then there was the Final Fantasy DLC when they went, "Oh yeah, by the way, the first DLC is out now."
Yeah.
What? But there wasn't
oh yeah, we got Space Marine as well. Space Marine.
Oh, Space Marine 2 was a
that's been put back.
Yeah.
But
again, nothing new for Space Marine.
No.
But I knew announcements wise there was nothing earth shattering sort of thing. And sometimes that's fine. It's
I got a bit more info on Metaphor Refantasio.
Yeah, you got more info on that. I think maybe for Final Fantasy 16 DLC for me.
Yeah,
I'm yes, please give me more.
Okay.
I think the only thing that would have that DLC wise that would have gone yes please would be if they announced Armored Core 6 DLC.
Yeah.
Which please can FromSoft, can you give us some Armored Core DLC with more parts and also
they did do a big Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
Oh yes.
Which I didn't write down because I was just it's Final Fantasy 7.
It's Final Fantasy 7. We won't forget.
We don't need to talk about that because it's everybody's going to get it.
Yeah, everybody's going to get it, but also I'm going to say this. How fucking big is this game going to be?
It's going to be massive.
It's going to be fucking ridiculous. Sid's in it, which means we're going to get to Rocket Town.
Sexy Sid. They've made Sid sexy.
I would go.
Oh, you know where we were talking about Matt Mercer and he's playing somebody big.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Vincent.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's going to be Vincent.
He's going to be Vincent. He's going to be the pretty boy.
He is the pretty boy, the prettiest boy of all pretty boys.
Oh my god. So let's have a little. Even though we know everyone and their dogs getting Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, so we know that now we're going to get to Rocket Town.
Yeah.
Which means we're going to end with the Tiny Bronco, which means potentially post-game stuff being basically just to be able to go around and do random shit. Which, if you think about it, is actually a good point to stop, but also because Final Fantasy VII Remake ends at when you leave Midgar, which means if you've missed anything, you can't go back. You have to go through New Game Plus and go through all the thing, or select a chapter, blah, blah. It's a bit of an awkward hassle. Now, unless it's a specific boss fight, anything you miss, you can potentially go back and fight because you have the Tiny Bronco.
Also, this one's a big open world.
Yeah.
It's clearly an open world game.
It's easily... Right, so we're going to get at least the two continents.
Yeah.
There is at least going to be the two massive continents, the biggest two continents in Final Fantasy VII. The East Continent and the West Continent. We're not going to get Wutai. That's chapter 3. That's chapter 3. I don't think we're going to get Wutai because that's actually, instead of being a side thing, I think that's actually going to be an actual thing. Also means, like we said, the final boss is not going to be Sephiroth.
Possible, no?
Because we said that it would be better so that we don't have Sephiroth / Genova as the final boss of every single part of this blooming series. It'd be best if we do it in Rocket Town because then the final boss is going to be Shinra. Now,
as long as it's not Palmer.
Yeah, but the thing is though, right. So in Final Fantasy VII, the original, it's Palmer. But who else is there?
Oh no, Rufus is there.
Rufus is there, and the Turks. So I'm thinking we get a 3-on-3. Reno.
Oh, so we take
Rufus.
On, so like a 2-stage thing. So we fight. First fight is us against the Turks.
Yeah, either that or right. So we face Palmer and we just kick his ass because I want to see Palmer be run over by a truck.
Yeah,
I want to see that scene. That scene is hilarious, and I want to see it again. But then the actual final boss is Rufus, Reno, and Rude, all at the same time. A 3-on-3 fight. Yes, that's what I want to see. I want to see if that's what I want to see. It means that Sid's going to suffer from Red 13 syndrome, as I'm going to call it, where he's introduced and
you can't use
him. But one, if it ends like that, one, the gang's all together. Mm-hmm. Two, it then
we also saw Cat Sif. We actually saw Cat Sif. Playable.
Yeah, we actually saw Cat Sif because we know.
But fuck Cat Sif.
Yeah. Treasonous scum. It ends with you having the tiny Bronco, which actually show I think they do show the tiny Bronco.
Yeah,
it looks completely different, but
as long as it's pink, I'm fine.
And it allows people, like I said, to go around to all the other stuff on the map.
It also gives you good post-game stuff to do.
Yeah, so you can go back and do stuff post-game instead of having to go through the chapter system that Final Fantasy Remake had.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, it was nice. It was awkward as hell. Don't really want to do that.
Yeah.
If I miss an item that isn't a boss item, I want to just be able to go back to the place and take the thing.
And pick it up, yeah.
Also, it makes me think maybe optional bosses, like the is it pronounced Zulum? The Midgar Zulum?
Yeah.
The giant snake.
Possible.
Also, we know weapons being introduced as well.
Yes.
But I don't know how or where, because that would indicate the North Crater.
Yeah.
Which is even further.
Yeah.
Like how that's potentially like another, like, say it gets like 10-15 hours to get to Rocket Town. That's another 10-15 hours to there. And also it has potential. They also showed potentially the scene
Yes.
where Aerith dies.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to be like a memory, like was being shown in Final Fantasy Remake, or is the actual like City of the Ancients.
Yeah. Which is even further.
Which is like no, Northern Crater's the furthest point.
Yeah.
The weapon. Which means if that's the case, the final boss will be Genova, but also there's an awful lot of shit that happens at that point. Do you want like that would be cutscene hell a la Kojima?
Yeah, it would be.
Do we want to go that far? No, probably not. I think that's too far from what they are doing with this game. But I don't know, and I'm literally like, how big is this?
I can't wait. I
know. I'm in the middle of replaying Remake on the PS5, and I'm like, I need to actually like hammer down now because I'm only at the second reactor.
Yeah. Need to get through this.
I need to do this. I need to hammer down and do this because there's actually quite a few things that I need to do.
So anyway, on that note, we shall leave it there. I do hope you've enjoyed this chat, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.
Toodles.